Hey guys, it's Alyssa here from the Reddit reaction stories, and you're watching Rated T for TTRPG. Alright, are we ready to start?
Yeah, what do we got today?
Alright, longtime player and friend is ruining my first campaign. This longtime friend of mine, let's call him A, has been playing with me and a few other people in this long running campaign for a while. However, recently a group member left due to some unrelated drama and things shuffled around, and I was going to DM. I had this campaign idea for a good long while and had written out a lot of lore and planned out the campaign and everything, and I was really excited for it. I had also been asking everyone about their characters so I could add in some plot hooks relating to all their backstories and stuff. A had been very open and cooperative, but kept making jokes about banning this one specific ruling family in my world. I thought nothing of it at first, but in the first session, he tried to kill the first quest, giving NPC on site. Keeps rolling to seduce the Huz when they're in an empty wilderness devoid of people, and is just constantly interrupting everything I do.
Wait, the huzz or is that the hose?
It says Huz.
The trying to seduce the huzz? I don't even know what that is, but
It's
that
probably hose, but he probably gave it more
that
flavor, is what
the
I'm guessing.
huzz that sounds like a very overly horny player.
Yeah, and especially because there was no people.
Yeah, just
There was no people, by the way, he said, to seduce. So he just kept making rolls or trying to make rolls to seduce people that weren't even there. At least that's from my understanding.
that's so absurd.
Yeah.
Like my advice as a dungeon master for that is just like, you know what, throw in some NSFW scenes into your game. Spice things up a little bit. If your players are all adults, they'll have some fun. And you probably won't be stuck with an overly horny character because they'll be satisfied that you throw it into the game sometimes. Isn't that right, Alyssa?
Yes, very right. All right.
Dragons. Those darned sneaky forests is the next one. Those darned sneaky forests. I can't even
I don't know
like
what it's
guess
gonna
what
be
this would
about.
be about. Yeah, is it instead of the hills are alive with the sound of music, the trees are alive with the sound of tree ents?
Maybe.
As a forever GM, same buddy, same. I obviously jumped at the chance to play in a game being run by a friend of a friend. This was back a couple of editions ago when skills with names like Spot and Sneak still had that new rule smell to them. Okay, okay. That's why I'm in Wayland's game, friend of a friend. You know, sometimes that's how you get a best friend.
True.
I played a ranger because I'm a power gamer like that. Needless to say, I maxed out my spot proficiency because I'm a power gamer like that. What? Okay.
What? That was kind of like, okay.
I'm redundant because I'm redundant. The team is tasked by some quest giver to go to a local town and find out who has been killing sheep, cows, people. I honestly don't remember the details. Yeah, that sounds about right. What I do remember is that after a couple game sessions during which the GM really wanted us to know that he'd researched how a particular fabric is made. Seriously, multiple half-hour long lectures on the subject every session.
What?
That's too much research.
Oh, good it is.
Hey, do you want to know how this rug on the ground was made? It's got these little stitches.
I can get the tangents, but
Yeah,
that's
that's.
too long.
Do you want me to start talking about how every single stone was manufactured in the dungeon?
Fuck
Is that going to
no.
be a good game? We eventually figured out that goblins were responsible. We were first level, so that makes sense. We start trying to figure out where the goblins are hiding. Are there any mountains or hills nearby where they could live in caves? No, the terrain is tabletop flat in all
Mhm.
directions. Is there a tower or ruined keep nearby where they could be hiding out? No, the terrain is tabletop flat in all directions. And this is extra redundant. That is a frustrating game when your DM just has everything is the same. That's why we have 100
Yeah, I
floors.
was like, there is a lot.
After literally hours of trying to figure out where. Oh, in all directions. Everything we asked was met with no, the terrain is tabletop flat in all directions. After literally hours of trying to figure out where those little guys could be hiding, I said, GM, is there anywhere around here they could possibly hide? The GM says, make a spot roll. I rolled a 19 on the dice for a total of like 25 or something, and he said, I don't see anything.
What? What? And they're supposed to try and find these goblins? That's crazy.
Then, for some reason, one of the other players did something that let me roll again. I think it was some homebrew mechanic, but I wasn't looking at other character sheets, so I'm not sure. I mean, what's the point, right? If a 25 didn't make it, there's only one number that can possibly roll higher. I rolled a 20.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, Natty's good.
Yeah.
The GM says, you see about a half mile away, there's a forest. What?
Why?
A forest half a mile away on a tabletop flat plane. And I needed to roll a nat 20 to spot it.
That's insane.
This isn't why I left the campaign a few weeks later, but it certainly contributed. Maybe I'll tell that story some other time. Yeah, that whole campaign sounds shareable of a terrible dungeon master.
That's insane.
That's that's rough. That's so awful. Natty 20. Hey, you see the forest in the plains.
I would have thought that would have been like a, like a decent roll. Like you didn't have to get a 20 and above for it to
I would have
work.
been like, nope. And I roll to break out of the game. That is terrible.
And they spent so much time like trying to find it too, because he literally said, or they said it was literally like a plane, just a flat plane.
So bad. Well, honestly, please share if you've ever had a dungeon master that bad. That's just I will never do that to you guys.
No,
That's
please don't.
terrible. Nat 20 to see the thing staring at you right in the face.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, but have a good one, guys.
See
Watch. This
ya.
is what Bobby and I started
Oh
doing.
yeah. I love that.
Hmm? Oh, hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed that, well, good. There's more to come. Consider subscribing and eat that like button. It's delicious. Oh. Mm.